We've got a bit of construction going on at our house, and I'm a little worried about how much particulate matter I'm letting run through the house. So I was going to set up a small filtration system. I've got an old box fan. I've got a 20 by 25 with 4-inch thick pleated filter. That's for a furnace filter. And then just an old cardboard box that's big enough for both of them. Some packing tape, since that'll work well in the cardboard, and a utility knife. So I'm just going to go ahead and set this up. So I want to pull air through the filter. I don't want to push air through the filter. So I'm going to put the box fan on one side, tape up the hole in the top and the bottom so that there's not a whole lot of air leakage, and then cut a large hole on the other side of the box and tape the filter on the other side. This says it is a MERV 11, so this is a fairly high filtration rate. So I'm going to put the fan as low as possible on the box. That way it's stable. It'll be sitting on the ground. Bye-bye, Graco baby. Alright, let's see how badly I made this hole. I'm gonna make some slots for these feet. Or can I take the feet off? Well, there we go. Just take the feet off. I'd say that's good enough. Alright, so we've got that opening set up. So let's open up the other side for the filter. It doesn't really matter where on the box this is. I'm doing it near the bottom so that everything is stable and it can stand upright by itself. Just go ahead and make some marks here. Now I could inset this filter or tape it on the outside. That would make the package slightly smaller, and slightly smaller is better when you run out of space, right? Let's see. There we go. Now there is an in and an out on this filter. At least there usually is. Oh look, I've got it backwards. I'll go ahead and pay attention to the arrow. Stick it in this way. If the fan's attached on the outside, that still leaves plenty of space. The reason I'm using the box as a buffer between the fan and the filter is a lot of people will just put the filter straight onto the back of the fan. So you lose the surface area here, and you lose some surface area if the filter's slightly larger than the fan. Which, I mean, if I'm just throwing it together, it's not a big deal. With the way vacuum works as opposed to pressure, is that if you stick the fan in here, it's going to provide the same amount of vacuum over across the whole filter. I mean, including the rest of the box, right? It's just that it's going to be sealed. And so the air will come through the filter at a consistent rate, as opposed to if you got a filter plastered on the back of this fan, you're limited because obviously you're not really going to get any air coming through where there's nothing, and then out here on the edges where the fan blades aren't, you know, it's not going to do a whole lot. So that's the idea. We'll see once we run it if the filter gets dirty across the whole area.
Yeah.
Let's tape the fan on first. All right, so the vacuum side is all sealed there against the fan. Let's see what we've got for air filter. All right, all sealed up. Let's see if, oh, no, it's not all sealed up. Let's look at the lid. I dare say, I think it blows just as much. I mean, I'm sure it's not just as much, but it has plenty of airflow.
Okay, so here we are in a room that we are freshly remodeling. It's actually been a few months since I recorded the other clips for me building this air filter. We've used it around the house, but finding a place where we could do a really good operational test to see how much particulate it's pulling out of the air hasn't come up until now. This carpet's really old. We've got sheetrock dust in the carpet, you know, it's all kinds of stuff in here, right? So you start pulling up carpet and it is just throwing particulate matter everywhere. So I brought the filter in and it's running, it's just on low speed right now. And I wanted to show you guys the particulate matter that's in the air on the output side. What's that say? What's that say? That says, no, that says 1, 0. All right, and we can also look at, there you go. So you've got the 2.5 micron, 1 micron, and 10 micron, and it's hovering right around 0, hits 1 sometimes. Let's put that at the input of the filter, right before the filter, right? And then here it is, it's starting to climb. Yeah, it doesn't stay on that screen very long. But anyway, this one is measuring 2.5 micron particles. On the output side, it was measuring 0 to 1. And here we are peaked at 4. And then, let me just ABA test, right? Put it back over here. Then just gotta wait for it to normalize. Back down to 0. And there you have it. How to put together an air filter for what, 25 bucks, which is the cost of a box fan, a filter, and some tape. I'm counting the cardboard boxes free. Hit like and subscribe if you appreciated that and you would like to see other ways that we are working to change our lives to be a little more sustainable, certainly in the sense of not always spending money on the manufactured item, right? This is a cool little DIY project and it's a little bit ugly, but when you're in the construction area, you don't really want a $200 Dyson HEPA filter sitting in there that could get damaged. So this is what we've got for our construction areas, and it's simple, it works. And if it gets knocked over, who cares? Like and subscribe. Thanks.